Good morning, everyone. Good evening, and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Denzomus, and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empath free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality, and I talk about personal and self-development. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. There is some things I want to let you guys know if you're black sheep out there. So this video is very important for you. There is some truths you have got to know. Not only that, we're going to talk about healing. What are the things you can do as a black sheep to heal? There's going to be a very big challenge that is going to you're going to have to go through for you to be able to heal from that kind of abuse. Now, the truths that you've got to know as a black sheep is that number one, you have been targeted since birth. Now, you may be out there, you're seeing a lot of these family members, the way they are treating you. You're seeing the way your mother talks to you, the way your father talks to you, the things they are doing to you, very horrible things they are doing to you. You have got to know, black sheeps, that you're not welcome in those families. That's the first thing you have got to know. Your mission in those families is a very spiritual mission. You are in those families to break generational cycles. So in whichever way, there is people in those families, we're talking about dysfunctional families, that they're not happy about your mission. Now, these things they already know on a very spiritual level. So a lot of them, physically, they don't know what is happening. They do not have an idea. They do not have a clue as to why they are treating you the way they are treating you. But for most of them, these things, they are doing them physically. They may not really understand why they do not like you or why they treat you in a certain way. But spiritually, it's just because those individuals are being used as a vessel. They already know your mission. They already know what you're there for. They already know what you're there to do. So you have been targeted since birth. The very moment you popped out of your mother's womb, uh, the targeting started to happen. So a lot of times, you've seen your fathers, your mothers, sometimes your family members, brothers and sisters, the way they've been treating you. Everything is not a coincidence. Not only that in your family, but as well as you continue to live your life as an adult, maybe you are in schools, colleges, universities, you have continuously been scapegoated. So that has been a condition that has started ever since you was a kid in your family. So that conditioning has started. The condition of being scapegoated, it has also carried on in your entire life. So it has always affected you, even when you're in schools. Sometimes you've been scapegoated even by your own friends, people who are outside your circle. So a black sheep, you best believe that you have always been a targeted individual, not only in your family, but also to the society, the people around you, community and friends, sometimes even in schools, even sometimes in churches. You've always been a targeted individual, so you have been targeted since birth. That is the very truth you have got to know, number one. Number two, it is for you to understand. It is very important for you to understand that your entire family, I'm talking about the dysfunctional family unit, everybody is under a spell. Now, guys, I've told you guys on my channel, there is things you're going to start realizing, and there's very, very powerful information you're going to get on this channel. There is things you will know. Sometimes you may sometimes find them triggering. Sometimes you may find them very uncomfortable. But I told you guys on this channel, we talk about the truth. Every member you see in that family is under a spell. So a lot of those individuals, they are asleep. There is a lot of them around you. It does not matter what they look like. It does not matter how wealthy they are. It doesn't matter how well they are doing in life. They are all under a spell. The reason why they are under a spell is because that family, it has got a lot of generational trauma going on behind the scenes. Spiritually, there's a lot of generational trauma going on in that family. And nobody is supposed to know this. So nobody is supposed to see this thing and to understand it what it is. It doesn't matter who it is in that family. It does not matter which family member you're dealing with. Nobody knows what is happening behind the scenes. You are the only person who can almost figure out what is going on in that family. You are the only one who is asking the questions. The black sheep in those families, you have been sent in those families, which is number 3, to break these generational cycles and to deal with this ancestral trauma and to put an end to this trauma that has been carrying on in those families for years, for generations of years. You, as a black sheep, you are the only person who knows this. You are the only person who sees this. You are the only person who can nearly understand it. But the problem is, the people that you're dealing with, family members in those families, everybody you're dealing with in that family is asleep. All of them, they do not know. They do not know. They do not have any idea what is happening behind the scenes. So, if a black sheep out there who has awakened, it is very important for you to know that you're supposed to keep your mouth shut. If you have awakened from those families and you finally figured out that you're waking up, you understand what has been going on behind the veil, it is very important for you to keep your mouth shut. Do not utter a single word. Do not run around. A lot of black sheep have made mistakes. They wake up, then they finally realize what is happening. So they run into your family members. Then you run into your brothers and your sisters. You're telling them, "Oh, guys, listen. This is what is happening. That is what is happening." You're going to cause a lot of problem. The black sheep, you're a generational curse. You're a generational curse breaker. So you're trying to break cycles that nobody wants you to break. Your parents don't want you to break this. Your brothers and sisters don't want you to break this. They want everything to stay the way it has been. So they don't want you to come around and change the norm. You know what I mean? They want everything to run smoothly the way it has been. For them, in their own minds, they think that everything is okay. So they do not understand what you're dealing with. What they are dealing with, and they do not understand what you are talking about. When you have awakened from those kind of families, you're supposed to keep your mouth shut. Do not utter a single word. You're supposed to understand the black sheep that there's going to come moments when you're going to make very, very, very powerful decisions. As a scapegoat, there is going to come a moment, especially after your awakening, whereby you're going to make exclusively serious decisions. Some of the decisions are going to include leaving your family members behind. If you do not make a decision to leave your family members behind, that dysfunctional family behind, it is going to become very difficult for you to break the cycle, because anytime you are in that family, a part of the team, you have actually completed that cycle. So you are a person who is completing the cycle. But when you are breaking out of that cycle, it is the first step you are taking now to break that. When you're breaking that cycle, getting out of the family unit is the first step you're taking as an individual to start breaking those generational cycles. When you're a part of them, you're wasting your time. Nothing is going to work. The whole thing is going to stay the same. They're still going to treat you. They're still going to treat you the same way they've always treated you. Nothing is going to change. So for you to start to see a change, not only in your life, but also in the lives of your family members, you're supposed to start stepping out of that cycle. Number one, when you've awakened. That is the only way you're going to start breaking out. Because when you are in that ring, the cycle is complete. When you're out of that ring, the cycle starts to break. It's the reason why you're seeing a lot of times there is so many disruptions happening behind the scenes. So there's a lot of chaos. The very moment you step out, you have started initiating the breaking of that cycle. So you're going to experience a lot of chaos in that family unit, because there's something missing in that unit and they do not understand what is happening. It's just because you, as a scapegoat, as a black sheep, you have left that family unit. Now, you're also supposed to know, as a black sheep, that you're going to experience hovers. Now, when you break out of a dysfunctional family unit, you are going to experience the hovers that you've never seen before. There are going to be family members coming around your life, in your time. Get back to the family, come on, join us, we miss you, and those kind of things. They're not missing you. Do not get it twisted, even for a single moment, that anybody is missing you in the family. They're not missing you. The only thing they're missing you is your energy. So they've been used to siphoning your energy as long as you've been in that family. They have been used to you coming around and playing around with you, manipulating you, abusing you, all these kind of things as a scapegoat. You guys already know how the game goes. So they're not missing you as an individual. The only thing they're missing is your fuel and your energy. When you get your energy out, you started breaking the cycles, and that disruption and the chaos, that foundation is going to shake throughout the entire family unit, and a lot of separation is going to happen, whereby people are going to start fighting against each other. People, they may even sometimes want to kill each other, because now they are feeling that there's something happening in that family, very unusual, happening within the family unit, and they don't understand why. It's just because the scapegoat, you have disrupted the cycle and you've gotten out of that unit. The only way you're going to experience healing, let me tell you something. Listen to this one, very important, black sheep. The only way you're going to start to heal is by you getting out and extracting yourself and going out there and working on yourself. Now, I know it is going to be very difficult. It's going to be very hard. You're going to have to put in a lot of work. You're going to have to spend long periods of time by yourself. You're going to isolate. You're going to disrupt that unit by getting out very far away as you can, as far away as you can from those individuals, and you're going to find your healing spot. It may have to be far away, miles away from your family. It is the place where you're going to experience your healing. Because remember, guys, I've told you, your mission in that family is to bring healing to that family. Now, the secret way that you're going to bring healing to that family. Number one, break out of the unit, get out. You go very far away from those people. Do not contact them. Do not call them. Do not fall for the hoovers. Do not listen to anything they are telling you. You have got to know those individuals, they are facing it very rough because there's somebody very, very important in that unit that has left, and they are trying to get you back into those units. You don't fall for those hoovers. You go out there, you find your healing spot, you start working on yourself, you will heal. Find the coaches you need, find the therapists you need. It does not matter in whichever way, shape, or form. Go out there, mourn, because I've told you guys, when you're living this kind of family units, it's going to be very, very intensive. The energy you're going to feel is very intensive. It's very, very hard. So you're going to go through a very serious period of healing. You're going to go and stand out there, isolate yourself, stop calling them, block them, whatever you can do to get very far away from them. And you're going to focus all the energy you've ever put in that family on yourself. You're going to go into the healing mode. You're going to learn how to love yourself. You're going to practice self-love. And at the end of the day, you're going to start experiencing a lot of healing, not only for yourself. That healing is going to also spread on within your family unit at some point. It is very important for you, Blacksheep, to know that you are the unwanted guest in that family. So your mission has been to bring healing, to break specific particular cycles in that unit. So you are the unwanted guest in that unit. They do not want you in whichever way. They will show you, they will come around and smile at you, they will hug you, they will give you a cookie or two. But you have got to know, chosen ones, that those particular individuals, they do not like you. They do not like you, and they do not have an apparent reason why they do not like you, but they know that your presence in that family, in that unit, is unwanted and uncalled for. So do not take it personal, Blacksheep. You have got to know you have got a mission to play. You are the chosen one. You're the chosen one who has been sent to change the entire paradigm in that unit. So you have got to know that there's work to do. Follow guidance from the coaches who know the game, who have been there. Read as much as you can. Take your time alone, isolate yourself, and concentrate and focus on working on yourself. You're going to heal at the end of the day. So Blacksheep, of course, you guys already know, I always love and appreciate your support. You can always book a session with me if you want to. If you're Blacksheep out there, you want to know what to do with your life, how to carry forward, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this video. Book a session with me. Like the page, share and subscribe. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's more signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.